Hey.
Forgot my glasses.
Yeah.
That's what you do here at night?
Pretty much, yeah.
Make sure you lock up when you're done. Hello everyone and welcome to the 2010 VIP Awards. I'm Kenton Kipp and he is Eric Houston.
Hi.
And we are here to honor all of you guys. VIP stands for volunteers, interns, and part-timers. And of course we would like to honor you guys this evening. And this is the VIP Awards.
It is. Happy Cinco de Mayo Eve, everyone.
What?
You know, it's Cuatro de Mayo, the day before Cinco de Mayo. That is Cinco de Mayo Eve.
No, I've never heard of that.
Never heard of it. That Cinco de Mayo Eve is when Senor Cinco visits everybody's haciendas and fills the piñatas of all the good little girls and boys.
Sounds like a phishing scam to me.
Okay. If it's not true, then tell me this. Who eats all the churros and drinks the tequila the little niños leave out for Senor Cinco? They don't eat themselves.
Okay, first of all, this Senor Cinco or Mr. Five, whatever, he couldn't possibly visit all the haciendas in one night. And, wait a second. I see what you're trying to do here. You're just trying to reuse the same material from last year. You know what? That's not what the VIP Awards are all about, Eric.
You're right, Ken.
You have to be open to change. A lot of change has happened here at North Metro TV over the years.
Kenton, you're right. And as you know, I've been practicing a little amateur archaeology.
Yeah, it's popular now.
Mm-hmm. And I found some photos, some history of you and I and of the station.
Oh.
Yeah, for example, I found this picture of you from 30 years ago.
Oh. It's a little heartbreaker.
Yeah, very cute, very cute. And here's one of me.
Oh. Which one are you?
I was miscellaneous.
Oh. Your scientists must have been proud.
They are. Anyway, it wasn't long after that you started working at NMTV. Mm-hmm. And do you remember what the old truck looked like? The old truck.
Oh, I do remember what the old truck looked like.
Yeah.
No power steering there.
No. And do you remember the old building?
You know what I do? I remember the old building. There it is. Not the best building.
No, not the best building. What kind of did you have good equipment at that building then?
I do remember they had really big microphones.
Big microphones.
Yeah.
Oh. Those are ridiculous.
Well, hardly anybody could hear back then. Take Beethoven for example. Just ask Beethoven.
Yeah.
Speak loudly though.
Why? Because he's deaf.
No, Eric, because he's dead.
Ooh.
Is it too soon? Too soon for Beethoven jokes?
Too soon.
All right. Well, I was working at TV.
Yeah. As we saw.
Were you working at TV back then?
You could say that. You could say that.
I did say that.
Yeah. But it wasn't long after that I started working with you at NMTV. In fact, I found a picture of us from my first day at work.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was a sweet mustache.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you still have the little comb that you had?
Oh, yeah, the styling gel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I can't help but wonder, looking at all these pictures of the past, I can't help but wonder what the future holds.
It's funny you should ask.
Yeah.
Because I also there you see it, a picture of what the truck is going to look like in the future. I found that too.
That is a sweet space truck right there.
Isn't it? Yeah, and would you like to know what you're going to look like in the future?
Would I?
I found that too. Let's see that.
I sure do love America.
Yeah, you do.
What are you going to look like?
I would really
come
rather.
on. I want to see.
No, I would rather.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But, that's enough of the past and the future. Tonight in the award ceremony is about the present. And you know what they say?
What do they say, Ken?
The present is like a gift. If you don't like it, return it. If you don't have a receipt, get store credit.
I've never heard that before.
No?
No.
Well, you have 30 days starting now. Oh. Well, we've only just begun. It goes downhill from here. All right, first up is the Rookie of the Year Award. The award goes to a person who has made significant contributions in their first year with us. This year's winner started helping us out on operating camera at Centennial football games. He had already been busy on the access side of things, having taken classes and made programs that aired on Channel 14. We were able to use him as much as he was available. Since the start of the winter season, he has been helping us by running camera at every opportunity, and even bringing a sung-along to help on shoots when we needed the extra help. I was able to see his dedication and character when the truck died at the Blaine Hockey Section Final at the State Fair Coliseum in March. Throwing down a rug on the ground and crawling underneath the truck, finding loose wires with a screwdriver and a flashlight. After midnight, when he had to wake up early the next day, we ended up leaving the truck there that night, but we got it back. It's people like him that you want to surround yourself with in order to achieve a common goal. We are fortunate enough to have him on our crew. Our 2010 Rookie of the Year, Rob Clark. That was a grocery list.
Well, I thank you guys. At finally mid of my life, I've kind of figured out what I want to be when I grow up, and so it's been very nice to have a stable place to decide if this is something I want to do, and plenty of opportunity to do that. So I thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Just don't forget the eggs. And the bread and the butter. Next up is the Silver-Plated Shoulder Award, given to a steady, handheld cameraman. This year's winner has been working with us for about 3 years. He took an opportunity to free himself from the shackles of game camera, only to put on the yoke of the handheld camera and plow himself a new path. He is not an ox, I don't think. He has a great work ethic and has created an odd problem for us by having too many people that want to run camera, handheld camera. We've never really run into that problem in my 11 years here, but we often did this winter season. He has been improving at the position, and we continue to see progress on every single shoot. He's generous, hardworking, and punctual. Most important, he also possesses a character consistent of what we're looking for. He's a prime example of why we continue to improve our productions. Congratulations to the winner of the Silver-Plated Shoulder Award, John Holshoe. This is John's third award. He also won Rookie and Useful Utility Award.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that's excellent. It's been good time these last 3 years working for North Metro. Kenton, Matt, the rest of the crew. There's never a shortage of laughs or anything during a shoot, but we have a good time. We try and put out a good product, and it seems like every year it's getting better and better. And Thank you very much. I appreciate the award. Thank you.
All right. No one can generate a character the way Matt Waldron does. No one. Having said that, there is an individual who has closed the gap between the Saskatoon Sasquatch and the rest of the field. He is consistent and hardworking, regularly going over paid hours into volunteer time to help on shoots, as well as around the office, shooting, editing, making graphics, flirting with Barbie. He is a man of 1,000 nicknames, and even though there has been a shift in the force, his loyalty has waned a bit to the dark side. That's where he is now. He is still a winner in our hearts. Congratulations to our winner of the Matt Waldron Character Generator Award, Jeremy Millington. Unfortunately, Jeremy Millington could not be here tonight as he is working for the dark side. However, we did pre-tape video, I didn't say audio, video of his acceptance speech. I'll fill in the blanks. Hi, thanks you for this award. Thank everyone at North Metro TV. It's named after Matt Waldron? Really? I'm going to go run through that brick wall over there. And TJ, you're fat.
This has been a big year for public access. We have a truly unprecedented number of users producing a previously undreamed of number of programs, each of which I am deeply proud of. Because there are now so many of you, we've decided to do something a little different at this year's VIP Awards. Namely, we're going to have runners-up. And what that means is that for every public access category we announce, I'll also be announcing 2 to 3 runners-up. Okay? And hopefully this will give us even more of an opportunity to recognize all of the talent and effort each and every one of you brings to the table. So if your name is called as a runner-up, please stand up so you can be recognized by your peers, and so that my assistant, the lovely Ms. Heidi Arnson, can give you an award certificate. This year, North Metro TV producers were responsible for more than 400 programs, shattering all previous records for the station, and I couldn't be happier. Every year I am more and more impressed with the dedication, enthusiasm, and quality each and every producer brings to each and every minute of television produced for Channel 14. Of course, we could never have reached such a mind-blowing number without the help of some of our most prolific producers. In a moment, I'll introduce the runners-up for this category, but before I do, I'd like to point out that these producers went above and beyond the call of duty in producing a tremendous 30, 40, even 50-plus episodes in a single calendar year. This year, the runners-up for most programs produced are Sharon Schultz for the Church of St. Paul Mass, Elizabeth Bankelet for The Virtuous Woman, and Rick Larson for Love Power. Producing a truly remarkable 57 programs this year is a woman who is one of our longest-serving producers. Year after year, and indeed week after week, she contributes one of the finest, funniest, and most spiritually fulfilling programs we have at NMTV. Additionally, I know how anxiously she's been anticipating this particular award for the last couple of years, and so it's my pleasure to award this year Most Programs Produced to Cindy Hardy, the producer of Kingswood Church. Cindy could not be here tonight, so accepting for her will be Rick Bostrom, their regular cameraman. Rick Bostrom. This year also saw a sharp rise in the number of programs produced by new producers. Indeed, almost a fifth of the total programs produced for NMTV this year were produced by people who had never before made a TV show. What is even more remarkable about this next group of honorees is that they didn't stop with one show, but completed a dozen or more programs in their rookie year. This year, the runners-up for most programs produced by a new producer are Linda Davis for Art Beat and Joel Heaslip for the Hearing His Voice. The recipient of this year's award for most programs produced by a new producer has become a regular fixture at NMTV. When he first took our classes a little over a year ago, it was in hopes of making a tribute video for a friend who is sadly no longer with us. Since then, he has produced another dozen episodes, running the gamut between sporting events and high school musicals, and even a highly ambitious multi-camera adaptation of a local high school play, which he is only just now finishing. And if that wasn't enough, he's also become a valued member of our sports truck crew, making this one hell of a rookie year for him. I'm happy to present most programs produced by a new producer to Rob Clark.
Yeah, that was, I got to share because it was probably what got me into it was we had a youth leader in our church who'd been working with us for years, and she had cancer, and I really felt the most fitting way to, I don't know, help. I don't know. It was a help for her too, but to have people come in and just share stories from her life and working in youth ministry, and it was probably. I actually don't think I've watched it since I made it because it's too hard. But thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Rob. If any one member of a television production team has an easy time creating a link between themselves and the audience, it's a program's host. These men and women come to embody their programs in the minds of many viewers, with a good host becoming something like a family member who's invited back into a home again and again, week after week. Well, NMTV is the lucky home of some great hosts, and we felt it was about time to single them out with our new Host of the Year award. This year's runners-up for Host of the Year are Ann Sandell of Love Power, Donald Jackson of Pour No More, and Austin Gamst of Local Edition. This next honoree is the very model of a good host, driving his show forward with grace and professionalism while never forgetting how important his viewers, his crew, and his audience is. Although his show only debuted last year, I am confident that he is already a welcome guest in the home of any viewer who enjoys fair, well-reasoned political discussion. I'm talking, of course, about the host of Anoka County Eagle and the winner of this year's Host of the Year award, Ted Butler.
Thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate it. I want to actually say, though, that the host has the easiest job. I don't have to worry about all the technical stuff, but the person who kind of directs the show, Jerry Jones, who's not here tonight, I don't think, who was going to try and be here, but he couldn't make it apparently. Ellen Barr, Robbie Ross, Daisy Johnson, Bill Usher, Mel Honorud. Am I forgetting anyone else, Ellen? Lisa O'Neill, who've all helped out with the show. We've got a great crew of volunteers to help out with the show, so they're really the ones that make it work. So let's give a round of applause to Ellen Barr back here, who's our volunteer who's here tonight, and thank her for her effort.
What'd you do with it?
I do not.
Practical jokester. All right. Our Golden Voice Award winner is the rock on which North Metro TV Sports stands. His consistency and reliability are incredibly important and appreciated. Commentating sports is something that always looks and sounds easier than it really is. I can recall countless times when a new announcer has struggled through a broadcast, a harsh wake-up to the reality of how difficult it is to carry a broadcast telling the story for about 2 hours with minimal mistakes. It takes a lot of time and experience, and our Golden Voice Award winner has just that. He has put in the time. You can't replace that amount of experience and range, especially in covering high school sports. He is a rock. Congratulations to our winner of the Golden Voice Award, Diggity Dave Washburn.
We can do it without you, big guy. Actually, I want to take this opportunity, I don't say it often enough, to thank the guys that run the cameras, the guys in the trucks, in the truck, I should say, and everybody else that helps put the pictures on the air that I get to talk over, and Jeff and I get to speak over and tell our stories about and all that stuff. But without you guys, it wouldn't happen. So thanks to you guys that get out there and get the job done and staying out in the rain while we're in the nice, comfy, warm press box. So thanks.
Except for spring sports, they don't make a warm, cozy press box for that. That is Dave's 5th award. He's also won a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Does that mean I get to retire now?
No, it doesn't. The next award is the Platinum Shoulder Award given to a rock-steady handheld cameraman. This year's winner has been volunteering and working with us for over 7 years. He became a part-time employee in January of 2006 and still goes over his hours and into volunteer time regularly. In fact, over the course of those 7+ years, no one has put in more time than this guy. It's not just the time and dedication that makes him special. He is always willing to come to the office to get things done, drive a support vehicle or even the truck, and go the extra mile and do whatever it takes. He has established himself as a top handheld operator, and we continue to see great progress from him year after year. He is one of our top guys no matter what camera he is on, but he certainly has the passion for putting it on the shoulder, and the results are undeniable. He has a great attitude, and it shows even better with his brand new smile. Congratulations to the winner of the Platinum Shoulder Award, Mike Bouchard. Congratulations.
Thanks. Well, I don't know, I couldn't do it without Kenton or Matt or anybody else that runs camera. Thanks to Jeff for allowing me to be here. Thanks, buddy.
You got it. That is Mike's 6th award. He has also won Rookie of the Year, Volunteer of the Year, Useful Utility, and Silver Plated Shoulder Award. He's got a full shelf. Make sure you dust that. The next award is the Dean Hombo Award. 9 years ago, the world was mildly shocked when Dean Hombo took home the coveted prize. He originally received the award for taking the shot of the year from Tony Hull. Now, since then, we've modified the qualifier for the award. We no longer wish harm towards the members of our crew as often or nearly as severe. These days, the award is all about the camera work. This year's winner is in his 2nd year with us, but he isn't exactly new to the job. He has been working professionally in television as a camera operator for a very long time, doing Twins and Vikings and Gophers and pretty much every other sporting event there is. He always shows up ready to work. Get set up, tell Kenton to turn camera 2 on, take me out of bars, color bars that is, and he wants to start shooting as soon as possible. No matter how much experience he has, he still wants to keep practicing before every shoot. A great example for all the younger guys on the crew. He is an extremely valuable asset and a very large part of our improvement over the last 2 years. I would give him an award just for putting up with us immature knuckleheads with a grain of salt. But one thing's for sure, he gives us Peck's appeal. Congratulations to this year's winner of the Dean Hombo Award, Bruce Peck. Now, since we gave Bruce an award last year, he vowed never to show up again. He's a humble guy, and he doesn't like to be receiving the awards and giving speeches, so I took the liberty of giving a speech for him. Hi, I feel so honored to be an award and to be given to people that deserve awards like me. I am a great honor for your achievement. And what's going on over here? I'm trying to be accepted here. If you don't give me some space. You said you'd be home for supper. It's been waiting for the last hour. What are you doing here? I already told you. Just finish up and come home. Fine.
As all of you know, a lot of work goes into the production of each and every public access program, much of it underappreciated by the average viewer. Whether it's editing, lighting, running a camera, or directing, a program's crew is every bit as important as its producer. And so we are introducing the next few categories to honor all of the hard work that goes on behind the camera. Certainly one of the hardest and most time-consuming parts of any project is the editing. A shoot may take an afternoon, but editing might take as much as a week or a month. Heck, it might even take years. And editing is definitely an art. It takes skill and dedication not only to be able to tell which few frames belong in a program and which don't, but also to learn all the ins and outs of a program as complicated as Final Cut Pro. Well, the people we are honoring tonight in the category of excellence in editing have all mastered that art and are kind enough to display their masterpieces regularly on Channel 14. The runners-up for excellence in editing are Robert Elwood and Rob Clark, both for Too Many Programs to Name. Eric, can you help me edit? It's a question I hear a dozen times every day. More often than not, it's being said by our next award winner. If anyone has put in the time, sometimes 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, to master Final Cut Pro, it's him. Seriously, I'm constantly impressed by his dedication, his patience, and above all, his ambition. And it fills me with pride to watch him happily advise his fellow producers on the complex art of editing. And hey, I'm not ashamed to admit that he's learned things about Final Cut Pro that even I didn't know about. This year's Excellence in Editing Award goes to Devery Foss of Local Edition.
So great. I mean, well, I have a lot of fun at North Metro TV, and I meet a lot of people that I haven't, ever met before, and I learn all about editing and doing camera work every day, and just get better at it. And people come to me all the time, and they tell me it's just such a good age to start at. So, I especially want to thank Eric. So, thank you, Debbie.
One of the most important people in any television production is the director. It's their job, especially in the studio, to coordinate all of the other players, to make sure the camera shots look good and are consistent, that the sound sounds right, that the guests are comfortable, and finally to choose which image the audience sees and when. This past year saw a major renovation in Studio A that many people, myself included, were more than a little daunted by. Yet, those people we are honoring with this year's Director of the Year Award took charge of the new control room to become some of the finest directors I have ever seen. First up, the runners-up for Director of the Year are Rick Bostrom for Art Beat and Rick Larson for Love Power. As I said, the control room in Studio A received a major renovation this year, but the recipient of this year's Director of the Year Award took it in stride, taking the extra time to come into the studio and learn the ins and outs of the new room before even I had a chance to. I'm continually impressed by his unwavering dedication and his ever-increasing skill. This year's Director of the Year is the Director of Anoka County Eagle, Jerry Jones.
I'm not Jerry Jones, but as I mentioned before, he couldn't make it here tonight, but we're happy to accept this on his behalf, and I'll be sure to get it over to him. But Jerry does put in a tremendous amount of work, and it does a great job on the show as well. So thank you very much. And
Jerry's welcome.
Jerry's welcome. and I do want to also mention that we really appreciate Eric's work helping us on the show. I know we pester him an awful lot with questions from, scheduling studio time to getting in there and getting technical help at the very last minute. So thanks much to Eric as well.
Thank you, Ted. It has been said that television is one of the few true collaborative art forms. Almost nowhere else can a group of people, sometimes friends, sometimes strangers, come together and each give a little piece of themselves to make something greater than any one artist could hope to achieve. And nothing makes me happier than to see a group of relative strangers meet in class, in church, at work, or in the halls of our own studio, only to come together again week after week to make great TV. So in honor of the many amazing crews we have at North Metro TV, I am pleased to present for the first time our Crew of the Year Award. The runners-up in this category, each of which embody that spirit of the collaborative process, are the crews of The Virtuous Woman and Anoka County Eagle. Over the last year, this next crew has become a fixture of our studio every Thursday night. As individuals, they were already no stranger to the station, even if they were to each other. A year and change later, this group of relative strangers has gelled into one of the finest crews it has ever been my pleasure to work with. They continually strive to improve themselves, their crewmates, and their program with a seemingly inexhaustible thirst for knowledge and a knack for encouragement. This year's Crew of the Year is the crew of Art Beat, Linda Davis, Jeanette Such, Steve Carlson, Rick Bostrom, Josh Bostrom, and Mark Steensgaard.
We're lucky we've got the best crew. I'm sorry, guys.
You want to go sit up there? Say something? Yeah. Go, Josh. Go. Sing. Go sing. I'm not singing.
Well, thanks. We enjoy being at the studio every Thursday and doing the work we do there. And again, we couldn't do it without Eric. So thank you.
Excuse me. The next award is a new one. It's the AFLP On-Air Talent Award. The recipient of this award has had his mug on TV for over 20 years, and it shows. I could go either way, I guess, the way you put it like that, either good or bad. But I'll go with good. He has been battling heart and other health issues for several years, even cheating death multiple times. He has picked up his consistency despite his circumstances, even adding more sports like lacrosse to his portfolio. He never needs a script, although personally, I'm looking forward to getting him a North Metro TV polo, so I don't have to worry about seeing his chest hair on TV. I enjoy working with him, especially co-hosting SportsCenter with him. He's the yang to my yin. It wouldn't be the same without him. He's got the heart of a warrior. He's battled so hard with this one, I just hope he can get a new one soon. He's my partner, my co-host, and my friend. The winner of the first AFLP On-Air Talent Award, Jeff Dinsmore.
Could you explain me what the AFL?
I think you well know.
Okay. Thank you very much. SportsCenter is a blast, and for over 20 years, yeah, I've had my mug on TV, and it's been a lot of fun. And I always think that last year was going to be my last, but it's not. I'm going to keep going as long as I can. My mom's here, and I appreciate it. Putting up with me and Kenton, we've been friends. Dave Washburn, we just keep going. And I'm going to keep going. Thank you.
Our next award is Sports Intern of the Year. I was an intern once, and look at me now. All right. Okay, stop looking at me. Seriously, you guys were never taught manners as a kid. Stop staring. Just don't take direction. Our internship may not be as glamorous as an internship at a major cable network news sports broadcast net place, but it's still pretty good. The experience of working hands-on with the equipment, making TV while I yell at you, is an experience that is just irreplaceable. Our Intern of the Year award winner did everything that we asked of him. He was always on time and very dependable. It's nice to have people that have sports knowledge, and he has that. He's a referee, and if anyone wants to know the rules, he's the guy to ask. He has been running camera and tape and is ready to take on new challenges. Our congratulations to this year's Intern of the Year, Aaron Gehrink.
It's an honor, considering I might be the only sports intern at North Metro.
That's not true. There's 4.
It's 4, okay.
Come on.
And I feel real good about it now. And yeah, it's been a great group to work with, and it makes the Thursday nights and Saturday afternoons that much more enjoyable working with this crew. So I thank everyone, and dreams do come true.
They sure do. Time now for our Volunteer of the Year award. This one goes to the crew member who has put in the most volunteer hours. Not rocket scientists, but there is math involved. And for some reason, with sports television, most guys in sports television just aren't that good at math. Or spelling. I don't know. You seem to have that problem. Stay in school, kids. Or work in TV, either way. I don't know. This year's winner mostly operated camera, continually improving, especially on handheld camera. We always appreciate the work that our crew puts in, especially when it's on their own time, volunteering to help us out. Congratulations to the 2010 Volunteer of the Year, Eric Svensk.
I want to say thank you, Kenton, for putting up with me for 8 years. And to help with next year, I will be around still to swipe more of your rosters.
We look forward to it.
And I still got about 15 for you at home.
All right. As Eric's 5th award, he's also won Dean Hombo Award and the Platinum Shoulder Award. Once again, it's time for that guy that looks like John Lovitz.
He's cute, isn't he? With the number of shows produced here increasing so dramatically, it's no surprise that we also have an ever-increasing number of genres represented. One type of program that really seems to have taken off over the last couple of years is the musical program. Whether it's a karaoke showcase, a school musical, or even a music video, it's starting to seem more and more like NMTV is becoming MTV. I know. Last year, we created the Golden Microphone Award to recognize excellence in musical television, and I'm pleased to present that award once again this year. This year's runner-up for the Golden Microphone Award have all produced truly toe-tapping television. They are the cast and crew of Art Beat, Terry Hoppenrath for a special Karaoke Classics tribute to Eddie Arnold, and Rick Larson for Love Power. Our next honoree came to me just about a year ago with the dream of creating a music video for a song he had written called Why Would Anybody Play the Bass? It was a fun, lighthearted song that, I don't mind telling you, I've had stuck in my head a few times since. He quickly mounted one of the most ambitious productions I've ever seen, shooting in multiple locations, recording and re-recording music, and creating elaborate visual effects on Final Cut Pro. And while it may have taken him months to complete his 3-minute video, you can see every minute of hard work and care up on the screen. This year, the Golden Microphone Award goes to Tim Scogan. Tim unfortunately couldn't make it tonight, but I'm sure that he would have told us why someone would want to play the bass. One of the most important types of programs on any public access station is its religious programming. These programs provide a true service, uplifting the community with interviews, church services, music, sermons, and more. Like most public access stations, NMTV is blessed to have several excellent religious programs, which we honor every year with the Good Word Award. This year, the runners-up for the Good Word Award are Joel Heaslip for Hearing His Voice, Elizabeth Bankelay for The Virtuous Woman, and Cindy Hardy for Kingswood Church. Alongside these excellent programs, it is my pleasure this year to honor a program and producer that has been a part of NMTV since the very beginning, bringing spiritual leaders, messages, and music from around the world to our little piece of Minnesota, and proving every week without fail what excellence in religious programming means. As I look at this speech, I can't help but feel like I should say more, and yet I feel that the man's program and legacy speak for himself. This year, the Good Word Award goes to Rick Larson of Love Power.
Well, I just want to thank the Lord God, my Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, there is no subject matter. Yeah. And thank you for the crew. And all these new faces. I love all these new faces after all these years. Bless you all. Thanks.
Learned his lesson. All right, now we have over 20 members on our crew, and we just don't have the trophies for everybody. But we certainly appreciate all the people that are on our crew. We have a number of them here with us tonight, obviously the award winners, and Stacy back there, and Nick Franzen, and Jeremy Remus, Corey Kramer, and anyone I'm missing. That's pretty much all of them, I guess. But thanks to all you guys for being out here. We do have one award left. Our next award is the Iron Man Award. It goes to the person who sticks it out and shows up to more shoots than anyone else. Our winner started as an intern and then hired as a part-timer, and like many of the crew members, he often goes over his paid hours and volunteers much of his time as well. He is sometimes used as a utility man out on camera or in the truck. He has taken a fondness to graphics and scorebox, although his new love trumps all, the sport of curling. I'm not sure if he's talked about anything else other than curling since the Winter Olympics. It's good to have dreams, and I promise to do a better job of not crushing everyone's. Starting today, he has made North Metro TV a priority, and we are thankful for his commitment. This year's Iron Man was not involved in any movie sequels that I'm aware of. But congratulations to our North Metro TV Iron Man, Noah Johnson.
Well, you must have picked me, before I stopped showing up to shoots, considering I've done 2 in the last month.
We can change that.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Let's talk about curling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Like Sports Sun, we just don't have enough trophies to give out to everyone here from Public Access. Like Rick pointed out just a minute ago, there are a lot of new faces here. When I started here just a couple of years ago, there were maybe 8 or 9 regular users at the center, and that number has swelled to just over 100 in the past couple of years. There are a lot, like you said, there are a lot of new faces here, some of whom didn't have shows that debuted last year, so hopefully we'll be awarding them next year, but I want to point out some of them. We have some of the crew members from Chopped Salad here. I see Steve Eskelson, Deb Barbelin, and Jean Mabry. Laura Sargent's here. She's taken a number of our classes and done some excellent work. Mark Johnson's here. He's producing an exciting new show. So is Joe Karpowitz. I know Joe doesn't want me to say a lot about it yet, but I'm very excited about it. The whole cast and crew of Karaoke Classics is here again tonight. They're looking to start doing some more stuff. It's really a fantastic group of people, and thank you all so much for making my job worthwhile. By its very nature, public access television requires a very special kind of producer and a very special kind of crew. There's no money to be made here, and not nearly as many viewers as you all deserve. No, people make public access television because they love to do it. They happily juggle their work lives and their family lives just to come in and edit once a week or check out a camera every other weekend. Of course, this describes every public access producer and crew person here, and I'm humbled that you make the sacrifices you do to come make a couple of hours of TV with me every week. That said, it should come as no surprise that a couple of times a year, a public access user comes through the doors who, with their enthusiasm and their spirit, brightens the halls of our little TV station with their spirit and their enthusiasm. Last year, we honored Mark Steensgaard with this award for his unfailing energy and willingness to learn. This year, we will recognize 4 more users, each of whom truly embodies the spirit of public access television. This year, the runners-up for the Public Access Spirit Award are Morgan Lavandowska, Bukola Oriola, and Jake Sigler. This next producer has been a fixture of NMTV for a few years now. For a while, that meant stopping in from time to time to say hello, maybe take a class, see what was going on. That whole time, though, she had the seed for a spectacular new TV series in her brain, a seed which only this past year blossomed into the show called Artbeat. She impressed me first by bringing together a crew of people who had never really met before, and impressed me again not just by keeping them together, but by making them into a family. The enthusiasm with which she completes every successive episode impresses me further. You see, it's easy to become jaded in television production. A lot of us never watch the shows that we work on, but she was just as excited about completing her 6th episode as she was about her 1st, and I'm sure as she will be about completing her 60th. Her verve in promoting her show to area artists and the area press, and her willingness to offer a kind word and hug to our other access producers, combined with everything else to make her this year's winner of this Public Access Spirit Award, Linda Davis.
Thank you, but I've got the best crew, and we couldn't do it without the crew. And Damien and Eric put us together. And thank you, Eric. He's our guru. Thank you.
Larry Mickelson, I see you back there. You didn't raise your hand. He works with us. I saw you, Larry. All right. Again, this night was for all of you. I want to thank you for giving of your time to either help out with the truck productions or to make your own program, and the giving of your loved ones and the sacrifices that you make to make channels 14 and 15 happen. Obviously, we couldn't do it without you.
I want to thank Kenton again for doing this with me again this year. I want to thank our fantastic crew for helping us put together another great year. Matt Waldron, Michelle Sylvester, Damian Kuzi on our cameras, Danica Cleaves on audio, Ben's technical directing, TJ is directing, Rick Kaczynski's back there doing the engineering, Heidi Arnson was my lovely assistant, and Rose was her fellow greeter. We also need to thank Ryan Brennan for taking the still photography tonight. Ryan's going to be taking solo pictures of you guys with your awards, your crews, whatever you'd like over in that area after the show if you'd like to head over that way. We also want to thank everybody here at Majestic Oaks for the food and for for taking care of us here. I'll put in a quick plug for Majestic Oaks that I think you and the sports guys will like. Tonight's specialty shot, the Chuck Norris shot.
Well,
it's true.
Wow.
It's true.
Coincidence? I think so. Eric, I can't help but wonder, looking at the past and even the future, I'm kind of wondering what the future holds for this VIP awards show.
Well, you know what?
What?
Take a look.
Oh. I'm Kenton Kipp.
And I'm Eric Houston.
Wait, who are you?
Eric Houston?
Look, I don't know who you are, but I usually do this thing with TJ or Damien or Jeff.
Yeah, but I'm the new studio manager, remember? I've been here for like a year.
Don't think so.
Dude, I see you every day.